Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for on this Sunday night. It's going to be a kind of a short one tonight. Kind of been going along. Nobody's in the chat because I wonder why everybody's sleeping probably. That's all. That's all good. All right. All right. We're going to be. This is going to be a short one tonight. I've been doing some long ones, and it's like I answered a bunch of questions that was submitted through the site. So try to get to them as fast as possible. Today's been kind of been editing Disney, shaky cam Disney. Um, well. Hopefully the audio works well. I think it's all right. So anyway, if you need any help with air conditioning installation, yeah, don't call me unless you want to throw some air conditioners out the window. I am your man. Just to let you know. So for tonight's channeling, as it says, most likely going to be a short one. Before we start, though, yeah, it's going to be a ringing. Oh, greetings, everybody. Light and love. Amanda, greetings. So, it's going to be a orangutan. Now, this is a little bit different what I usually do because I'm connecting to a being, not the orangutan, but it's going to be a message from a. I have to look. I don't know who this is. I can't pronounce her name. I don't know anything. High priestess of one of the ancient Earth breakaway civilization. Okay, I'll just show you what I'm talking about here. As you can tell, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. So, a car. I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is the being I'm going to be connecting to about the reptilian being. I was asked to connect with her, and I'm in kind of. I kind of forgot. So, yeah, civilization. Some anyway, groups preparing to participate in mind meld. Oh, well, anyway, I don't know anything about that. So this is what I'm going to be connecting to, and also new share. And this is a drawing. This is a drawing of the orangutan reptilian. And anyway, this is like this is pretty. I mean, this is good. Now that's close enough. So gives you kind of an idea. There's of course, other renditions of it, but that's kind of gives you if you're looking for a what that might look like. I don't know, it was like a orangutan reptilian. It's like what? So all right. Well, I feel we're connecting to me right now about this. So as I said, this is going to be probably a short one, maybe 20 minutes. So anyway, as we begin our adventure here. We're going to who I am. If anybody's out there that's new to all this, give you a quick little glimpse. Oops. Okay, yeah, you can find me at ivanteller.com. I know, like broken record here, but also have private sessions, and you can visit our shop most of the week. This week is pretty open. So without going into full details, but you can always submit a question or receive a question with an audio text, with a text manuscript, and also or just get the audio file that's usually 5 minutes long with the answer to the question, and also private sessions. Basically, this is for the scheduler for this week, so you want to know my schedule. This is where you'll find it. We have gift cards and also other ways to purchase a session. But I also have Spirit Social here. That is for submit a question, healing, channeling, consulting. Message from Yeshua, past life regression, 5-minute healing by Ivan. And also we have one question from a day, and chakra healing, balancing by a day, and also soul painting, but that's not from a day. So also we have the network here, the social network, spiritq.com. You can find that in the description below. Of course, my internet isn't exactly the best right now, apparently, because I forgot to reboot the internet. So we have some posts here, which are great. And some Max Spears down here. As you can tell, it's a music video, I believe. But some good stuff here. So yeah, I encourage people to use this site to post your information. I'll show it on the web. I'll put it on the broadcast, so get so in case you never heard of any of this, I'll be broadcasting. Every day I do a live stream. Except for webinar days, I'll be posting this stuff so that you can see what's going on. But a lot of this is Max might come through today a little bit. We'll see. Right now, my engine is kind of low right now as for energy, but right now, we're going to connect to this lady. I already feel her around. So, High Priestess of one of the ancient Earth breakaway civilizations, basically. So, I can connect to her. I feel her energy right now. So, as for her being fully channeled, I just probably just connect to her vibration about the orangutan reptilian. Yeah, let's not kill Ivan here. Let's not wear him out too much. Yeah, air conditioner expert at your service. So throw your air conditioner out the window. You can always call me up. I can always see with that. It's still working, so that's a good sign. So anyway, that joke's gonna die out eventually. It's gonna take a while. I can ride that one for a while, as far as I can tell. There's probably other things I was gonna bring up, but I don't remember any of it. Is there any? I know there's stuff people submit emails, and some of that stuff I can probably mention on here, but some of it are so long, and my mind's processing too many things at once. I can tell you, up the YouTube channel it's going to be going to SoundCloud automatically. That's the plan. I haven't done it yet. So that gives you some inside scoop. So those that are everything will go automatically too. Right now you have to download it and upload. It's more pain. So as soon as it should be, it's in the process right now. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. Whatever. But that'll be kind of interesting. So if you can't look at the video, you have the audio. And I'm not sure why I did that, but I did that. So okay. As for orangutan reptilian, let's see here. What do we got here? Well, they're peaceful beings. They're from our ancient world that we have forgotten. There's a lot of species that were removed from our planet that they knew that we cannot handle. They're high dimensional beings, but also they can be living third density also, but they're removed from our planet. Similar as the dinosaurs or other beings that have not been mentioned, have not been drawn, that have no indication. You don't see orangutan reptilians anywhere, do you? So there's a lot of beings that are similar to them. As for strangeness, that we know nothing about, that were once here but then removed, mostly during the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. They were here. At this time, make sure my audio is here. Okay. I'm just talking and nobody hears me. So I'm connecting to her energy. I know it might not seem like that, but anyway, this is all for people that are insane, just to let you guys know. Anybody normal is mostly going to go with some, I don't know. You're welcome to stay. But that, I don't know. Many cannot handle the truth, so that's okay. That's all right. Anyway. I'll go into that a little bit later. I don't know. Anyway. It's the worst channeling ever, isn't it? Yeah, it's been a doozy today. So anyway. As for the orangutan, yeah, they're laughing at me now. The orangutan, the orangutan. Sorry. Tune in next week for. Anyway, the orangutan reptilian are guardians of the ancient knowledge of Atlantis. They are here. In the higher densities, of course, they have not been seen. They're actually very kind. They're not ruthless. Not at all. You see orangutan is. You see how the orangutan is here. Very calm. Okay, not always, but mostly calm. Hilarious. Um, they're watching much of Egypt right now. Their eyes are on Egypt at this time. It's a sacred land. Many entities go there for government meetings. It's one of the places they go to. Of course, it's not seen. It's in another dimension. A lot of it is done underground. Egypt is, which makes a lot of sense. It's where you wonder where the governments connect with. That's one of them. It's like where do they connect with humans and aliens? Where they all kind of mingle on? That's a main focal point. Is Egypt, of course, it's not above ground; it's underground. Most likely will not be seen. She's also saying Vatican City has a lot of pedophilia still at this time that is not being mentioned. A lot of it, the corruption has continued and will most likely go overlooked because humanity is not healing itself correctly. It's easy to be diverted into another direction. You can say that orangutans and what's her name? I can't pronounce her name. Is speaking. Let's see if I can pronounce her name. Kaori. I don't know anything about. I can't pronounce my own name. What I want someone else's. Anyway, pardon all that. Anyway, sorry. This is an off day. Well, sort of. Sorry. I'm doing a lot of ums today too. Anyway, no more of that. Almost did another one. She's also okay. I lost my train of thought. Come on, people, help me here. Oh yeah, the Vatican City. A lot of that is still brushed under the table. A lot of political groups are paid off to look the other way. So is also London. Interesting. London has a lot to do with Vatican City. You can say Vatican City is ruled by London, at least the financial side of it is. There's no real place, from what she is saying, that's really controlling the world, like one center place. The United States, not necessarily. It's from all places that are truly the ruling factor here. They don't want to settle down in one place, like like to go to Washington for all the information. It's like it's having a different. It's like different pieces are done in different places. You can say like here, so it's not like go to like okay, we're just gonna go to shadow government in the United States in the desert or somewhere. It's all over the place. It's pieces, and they bring those pieces together, but we're not going into the details of that, where that exactly how agendas basically. There are political agendas. There are social agendas here. There are just so much that is keeping us unaware of what is going on, of course. But they all do see the time when they are going to lose their power. This is unlikely anytime soon, but you are building up to it. They're getting wise to what is coming because many of your political figures, even those that are in your public eye, are aware of course, the ones that you do not see, the ones that are the most dangerous, but not too worried though. They're hypnotized. They are not too worried. One moment. Some of you might begin to see political people in your dreams if you have not already. Now, these are in your public sector. And if you do see somebody that you've not seen before, most likely that's a shadow government operative, basically. See what you're doing, and most likely not going to do anything. You're just going to be standing there. That's what she says. This is part of the awakening process. It's connecting with them, so there's nothing to fear. We're your new human aliens. That's interesting. And we come in peace, basically. Us becoming, our numbers will increase eventually. We're in the real early stages of this. So it's non-judgmental. And you say as we become more telepathic, we're already in that stage already. But of course, a lot of this done be done in astral. But you will like see now glimpses of this, maybe in dream state, or just feel it, or there'll be different ways of this. And most of the population just call us all a bunch of BS because they're in their little world, which is fine. Not to say this is going to happen right now. This might happen down the road. Might be now. Might be 10 years from now. It's hard to say. Just putting that out there. But it will come to our this all will become numbers here will grow. It's already kind of. It's not very big. Of alien awareness. Yeah, it's like too many are looking outward for aliens to come and visit us, but we are them. This is us identifying ourselves. Where, at least from my point of view, others might have a different point of view. But how do you change? How do you bring this in? You have to change we have to change. We have to become peaceful. Set an example, be peaceful. Others will call us all a bunch of fakes and crazies or whatever. Just to be peaceful with them, send them loves, take whatever you want. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's like a peaceful, like with Martin Luther King, a peaceful protest. But no protesting at all. Protest of love, no, whatever it was that he said. I'm terrible with history. But anyway, you got the idea. Yeah, she's laughing her ass off at me. Anyway, as for the orangutan, you can be channeled. Some might see him as almost like a Lucifer energy in some cases because he does look kind of strange. But he's just as good, of course. They're out to change things. There's a lot of beings out there that we have not connected with, obviously, that are very bizarre looking, and then it's almost like you might think it's in your imagination, as I said before, but it's actually you're getting a download. Like what is it? Like a goat human with a rattlesnake's tail, whatever. Yeah, great. You'd be surprised. It's alien experiments, and not all go too well. I'm not sure if that one's real or not, but possibly. I don't need to connect to everything. She also says that the insectoids are here to heal us, to help us understand insectoids here. There's a lot of programming done by insectoids on our planet that are done through the government systems. So if you connect to a government system here, most likely you feel an insectoid energy that's draining. It's draining a lot of positivity and bringing more ego into the environment. Right now, like I said, these politicians know about this stuff to some degree. The ones they know something's up. They know their minds. You'd be surprised. Maybe not all of them, but they might call us crazy. It's like, okay, it's like great. Now this is happening. Great. It's like they know this shit's out there. So some of them do at least. They're not stupid. So, well, it's probably best to be stupid, but. Anyway, this is it's a big deal with the politics because that is a lot of people look at it. I mean, as you can tell, everybody's putting their attention to them. As they change, everybody else changes too. It's like the media is going to have to just suck this stuff up eventually. They can't deny this stuff forever. But this, of course, what's happening here on this channel is very different, I believe, in other places and other channels, at least on YouTube or whatever it is. It's you can say it's a movement, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. As for the orangutan, for the most part, they're very peaceful beings. They are governmental beings. I mean, they know government well here, but they know that our humans don't know anything. They know how we've been manipulated, and they had to stand. You know how I can feel that they had to stand back as we become manipulated, and it's very hard for them to watch that happen because they can interfere. They're not allowed to, but they know they can, but they can't, and it's very hard for them to see us do this to ourselves, to beat ourselves over everything. So it takes time for this transition, of course, to happen. Many do want it to happen sooner or later. It's like this is from my experience. A lot of people want Ascension to happen. Ready for the Ascension? I'm ready, but let's get this going. But are you truly ready? Probably not. A lot of them are not. Some are. You know who you are. Some are not. I mean, basically, is the world ready? Not really. If the news is more happier, if everything, if we want polluting everything the way we are, we got a ways to go. But baby steps, basically. Message from Max Spears. Yeah, you win by gentleness. Being forceful gets you nowhere. You're turning into them instead. And that's not to talk about human people, but the elite system. Gentleness is your key to unlocking the doors to yourself. You're gentle to each other. Gentleness will get you where you're looking for. The ego is a trick. It tricks you into madness, into anger, and all this. It's all being played. We're all being played against each other. More people realize they are psychic as soon as they let their ego calm their ego down. They realize their own abilities, how they've been programmed and manipulated. Right now, they're going to just call it all fake because they're not ready to hear it yet. Because basically activating your abilities brings you more to the light, of course. Always to be aware of them, aware that you are a spiritual being, that you have energies around you. This hoax that's going on right now can only last so long. The secret space program what's happening on Mars will be known in your mainstream, but your human collective can't always look away. I mean, talking about it, basically, bring it into your mainstream, basically, force your news networks to consider it, to talk about it, to think about it. And you'd be surprised, your cabal will most likely use that against you. They'll spin it. But that's okay, because at least it gets into the mainstream. It gets people talking. So right now, for a while, they're going to start laughing at you. Oh, this is all just lies, because they're part of the secrets. They're part of the secret space program, practically. The propaganda machine that we're seeing is part of it, is to keep you away from it. You can't do that forever, though. But at least they'll be talking about it. They might be lying about it, like the mainstream media, but they can't hide it forever. A lot of things, but this has to do with humanity. It has to be willing to awaken. It's just, it's possible. It can, of course, but it's so stubborn right now. But also, the stubbornness will be reflected on the person. Meaning they'll realize how stubborn they are. They'll see it, basically. But truth will tell, and truth will understand. Angels, aliens, most of the angels, your guides are of, you can say, well, he says forcing awakening, but that's not the right word, but it's an assisting with awakening, basically. But it's just so many here. A lot of egos are going to be burned because of it, because it's just, it's a lot, just so much, there's so much ego here. It's just, they burned out the truth. It's like, oh, I didn't say that, so it can't be true, I'm not channeling Max, that can't be true if someone else like me is doing it. Oh, it's just all a bunch of hooey, that's not right. Everything should be open. If your heart is open, you should be able to see it, but many of the ego is clouding the mind, as you can tell, and doing a very good job of it within the private, sector of awareness here. Most of this will come to fruition, but humanity has got to end its stubbornness, but it's unlikely anytime soon. Those in the secret space program understand they are programming our planet from Mars. And a lot of the elite groups, like you were talking about, or how they grew together, a lot of it's actually on Mars and other places. He's not going into details on that. But yes, they do things underground. In Egypt is a hot spot. In the United States, there are hot spots. They're continuing to do much work in Area 51, but they're not going to let. A lot of it is like if anyone snuck in, most likely they will not see an alien, but they will see alien technologies. But a lot of it's been engineered right now. It's been all backward engineered, so most likely you won't notice. But yeah, a lot of the advanced stuff is there, definitely. Aliens are not walking around mostly. They have ways of disappearing very quickly. Also, if anybody would ever, they would know who's coming. So, if there's ever a breach, and there's been questionable situations in the past, but unlikely anyone. And again, details out. You think they're worried about your NSA? It's like more of these secret bases are more. They're not worried, but they're watching those very closely. The NSA was somebody walking out with the data like that, like with Edward Snowden. They already knew that was going to happen. They wanted to see how it played out, see what humans would do. They didn't do a whole lot. Some have. Well, I'm just kind of like just to look the other way. They don't really care. There are some that are very concerned, and they're being watched right now, and ever so slightly. They're on, you can say, a list of those that are paying attention. Those are not. So this whole thing with Snowden was done. It's still a good thing, but many are still there. There's a lot, it's all orchestrated basically. Basically, they knew what he was up to. They knew. I mean, they watch everybody. They think they're gonna walk out. They watch people. They know what they're doing. The technologies that are not seen by our eyes are being used on a daily basis to monitor everything. So they're watching the watchers basically. So it's like theater. It's an act. But it's also to stir up the mainstream media. It had many purposes behind it. The government's also, the public government's pretty much a sham, basically, but not all of it. Let's see what Trump is doing. That's all not to be known at this time. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to go into that right now. As for the secret space program, it said that will hit the mainstream eventually. There will be leaks out to the mainstream media. I believe it's in process right now, so there's many factors and possibilities out there right now. And some of it has been leaked already, so they do see higher, stronger leaks where it can be more proven. Of course, proving that will go into a stream of a lot of missing persons, is what he's saying. So, meaning that some of this stuff, if you leak this stuff out, you're going to disappear, basically. Yeah. So, a lot of the alien conspiracies more will start to come out, but most people won't believe them because of the way humanity is thinking right now. But I also said a lot of MIB energies will be more than Men in Black information will come out. But it won't be called that. It'll be called something else. Basically, a lot of it is testing to see what humans will do. For the most part, humans are just going to just laugh it off and just say it doesn't exist and go on their day. But you're saying many are protesting with negativity. They don't go out to these places, they don't go to Washington with light, with positive thinking. It's mostly negative thinking. They change that paradigm around. They change that around. You'd be surprised what will start happening to your world. So it is not necessarily a positive protest, but is to go there with a positive intention. If more people would do that, you will see a change. If it catches on, so many are so used to going to negativity, it is blinding what's truly going on. The more negativity you add to yourself, the more blind you become, of course. That's the cabal trap. They know, that's called the spell. And as you can tell, they have many under that spell as it is. Many are under the spell, but many are snapping out of it too. Their spirit guides give them a jolt where they just kind of snap out. It's like they awaken from the Matrix, but then they don't know where to go. It's even in the Matrix movie. It's like, I don't know where to go. And the guy gets flushed down the toilet, kind of. So, but you don't get flushed down the toilet. You just kind of roam around like a zombie as you unzombie yourself, too. Because we're kind of like, we are like the zombies. We have like a zombie mentality here. You'd be surprised. We looked at ourselves from the outside point of view, from a higher density. We look pretty much like a zombie society, and that can be fixed, of course. It's just giving people just different points of view. Many are shooting all that. They're shooting that down. They're not believing it, but many are closed-minded, and that's what's hurting the Ascension. This is closed-minded. That they already have their beliefs in. Like religion is one of religions and one of the greatest cabal schemes ever done on this planet. It's one of the even other worlds are even analyzing and just in disbelief this even exists. That they're that wrapped up. They're just like, well, what he's showing is like we're wrapped up like a present, but we're like trapped. And it's like we put all this nice packaging on outside. It's like, oh, it looks so nice, but we're inside a box basically. Religion is making it all look good, but where do you get? You just get darkness basically. So a lot of worlds are analyzing. They always have been, but many are still in disbelief religion even exists on this planet, at least what it's doing. They're in disbelief that humans even fall for any of this, so it's fascinating. Much more will come through. Much more comes to about dolphins, or people will start seeing. I'm sorry. I think dolphins, knowledge about dolphins, but also I believe he was talking about mermaids. The mer people, not to say something's going to happen fast. None of this stuff, some of this might happen fast. It all depends on us. So it's like, this is all like, it's all open for us. So it's like, it's just, how it goes. It's just, where do you want this world to go? And understand when you're aware of all this, your intentions are putting us into another, a more of awakening. It's like, hey, just come look at us. We're all crazy. Want to join? I'm I mean, not necessarily join, but you know, want to be part of all this. Um, yeah, there's no initiation or anything like that. Just we're just all a bunch of crazy people, and we come along for the ride. What else he's saying is the energy fields here will also change as for people develop more of their skills, of course. You'll feel like you're on fire, but a good fire. A good fire. It's you also be able to protect yourself more. Right now, it's hard to do that. You can, but it's still hard to do that because you're being watched, and as your abilities awaken, you will see more, of course. Also, you feel more protected. Um, yeah, this is more me. I'm not sure if many of you are feeling like this. I think I mentioned this earlier. I feel like I'm in a cocoon right now. It's like I'm like in a meeting right now somewhere. I'm not connecting to everything as not to say I connected to a lot before, but I don't know. It feels like it's like I'm in a meeting for a big data. I'm gonna use the word data dump. I'm not sure if that's a good word for that, but anyway, it's like I don't know. I mean, I'm not there alone. Others are here along with it. So we're just putting our insanity hats on, and how much more can we put out into the environment? Just I don't know what's going on. Just something. I guess I got kind of. Or just deciphering. It does feel like a lot of us are connected to the Galactic Federation, of course, with the angelic realms, of course. But the Galactic Federation, they do seem to be what's the news there? I don't know. They said something about money, meaning more understanding of our money system. As there's this, I'm having feeling this. It's like they're putting money is just magically coming into our economy somehow. Magic money from somewhere. All you do is go to a computer and type a bunch of stuff, and you're done. So something I don't know how they're doing it. I don't want to know, but it does seem like a lot of that's going on. It seems like more than it was. I don't know. It just seemed like it does seem like the economy is going to jump. I know many are like in fear of the economy like tanking. I feel the opposite. I feel it's more going to go. I mean, not to say everybody's going to get a job, everybody's going to dance in the streets, but I think the economy is going to be, it's going to be infused more from what I see. There's a lot of talk about robotic. I mean, like jobs going down. Yeah, that's going to happen, but it also seems like I don't know, we're going. It's not all going to be like that from what I'm feeling. Yeah, it seems like it's going to get jolted in a good way. We're just working up towards it. And in the summer, it seems like we're going to get an influx of more money, is what I got. So, somewhere. Just don't put fear into it. Just go with it. Many are making money off of fear, as you can tell, the stock market and stuff like that. As for Max, or anybody for that matter, as for the Orangutan Collective, yeah, they're here for you to connect with. They are connected to the American Indians also. They showed up as a deity. Yeah, my video just changed. They weren't really queer. They weren't really, they didn't really show what they looked like. But anyway, gave people, they knew something was there. Let's put it that way. They liked Native Americans. Not to say they don't like anybody else, but Native Americans can connect to them. While everybody else is, shopping at Walmart or something. So it's a joke. They say not to worry about CERN either. CERN and Switzerland, Geneva, I think. Um, There's a lot of shadow work there, of course, to reboot it, but it's most likely it's not going to be unsuccessful. It's also connected to the shadow governments. Also, if you want to know kind of an idea of what they're doing or what it looks like, just look at CERN. Kind of gives you an idea. Also, those that are connected to you can research it on your own of scientists that are involved with it. Kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Well, at least who's involved, not necessarily who's. It just you can do a family tree type of thing. I don't know, look at the companies that help build it and things of that sort. Kind of gives an idea if you're interested in that type of thing. So not to worry about it for the most part. But if you're interested in what's going on, of course, the Bilderberg meeting right now, Max says not to worry. I believe they're not going to be successful, and many of their dealings, they are worried. They are worried about their own money system. Of course, they're filthy rich, but they is this a lot of back end deals. They're backstabbing each other, basically. You might, of course, there's not a whole lot of information about it, but see, a lot of them can't really trust each other. He's saying, but most likely they're not going to be able to fulfill any of what they want to do. And them being nervous about Trump is not true. They know exactly why he's there, and they're not nervous about anything. It's just smoke and mirrors. It's all news. I mean, if it's leaking, it's just whatever. Let them think what they want. Because the ones that are truly part of that meeting, the Bilderberg group meeting, they're not worried about anything. Now understand these are probably a couple of people from what I'm feeling, and it's like I don't believe they're on that Bilderberg list either of those that are there from what I'm gathering. But the mouth of it, or whatever you want to call it, the top of whatever you want to call it, the ones that are running it. First off, I don't believe it's really known who's running it. They might have leaks, but some of those might be right, actually, from what I'm gathering. I'm not sure if they're public, though. They might have been leaked out. But I don't know if they've been really made public. So you make it public, you might have a problem. That's what I'm getting. Just saying. But they're not worried about anything. Not worried about Trump. They're not worried about anything. They told Hillary, oh, yeah, I think they lied to Hillary from what I'm gathering about winning, and they don't really care. That's part of how they operate too. It's like, oh yeah, of course you're gonna win, you're gonna be great, everybody's gonna love it, and then you lose. It's like, what the fuck? It's like that's part of that's how we operate. Enjoy. That's how we operate. That's how we roll. Sorry, that's what I'm getting. So they don't have to tell you everything, because they have agendas. They know what they're doing. As for Trump getting in, that was part of the plan. Not everybody was happy about that. That is true. But the ones that, like Kerry Cassidy said, the military is involved with it, but not just the military. I mean, there was other. Let's put it this way: there was compromises from what I'm gathering. They just. This was the deal that they all made a long time ago, it seems. So this was in the making for a long time. They knew about it. It's not, this doesn't come out of nowhere. This isn't just what we are seeing. Of course, is not what we're seeing is the illusion. The truth is, anyway, we're basically being played all the time. So yeah, don't listen to your news. Don't tell you anything. They just lower your vibrations, of course. But there are clues in the news. Not to say I need to watch it all the time. There is clues there of what's to come. There's key words that are mentioned that activate certain situations. But that's for another day. It's not like they're going to be able to go into that deeply. They're keywords that we don't understand, but the other elites know what's going on. It's in the media. The media is one way of like a movie. It's like telling everybody what you're going to do before you do it. But there are ways. I don't know. They're just. It's the battle karma, something like that. It's like hidden, like it's hidden messages basically. I'm not sure how they do that exactly. Anyway, I've had enough today. Okay, all right, that's the message. I know it's kind of not your typical, but then again, there's no typical here. So I gotta get some rest. I should feel better tomorrow. So all right, take care, everyone. Have another stream tomorrow, and take care and good night.